Man, what is the dilly? Oh, today I'm gonna be talking about how can you snipe the stock market. All right. So today was a good day in the stock market. It was another green day, right? Made money to the downside. All right. I was thinking about doing a trade of the day, but I want to talk about how to snipe the market. Okay. So today and yesterday and all week, really, stock market been red, right? Been selling off, taking a dump, right? But we still been profiting in the Discord. And the reason why is because we're patient and we're snipers. All right. So I'm going to talk about how to snipe some stuff in the stock market. Now, what I want to say is this is the lesson, right? This is the lesson. Number one is patience. You need to have patience, right? When you have a red day in the market, you need to make sure you're not getting faked out. There were so many traps today, right? So many traps. The SPY went from 611 today to 602 right now. And we got an hour and a half left in the stock market, right? It dumped $10. That's 8% today, right? So a lot of times if the market is red, people think that they could just get in puts and write it down. No. And if the market is green, you can't just get in calls and write it up. It don't work like that. You got to be able to understand what you're looking at, right? You got to understand the EMAs. You got to understand the VWAP. You got to understand what a trend is. You got to understand your levels and all of that stuff, all right? So today we hit Alibaba and we hit Robinhood again. So I'm going to go over those plays, but I'm really going to be talking about it from a sniper's mentality because both of these plays, I was in less than 2 minutes. In and out. Buy, sell real quick. All right. So I want to go over the first trade, which was Robinhood. Okay. So we're going to go into the charts and I'm going to show y'all some stuff. So here we go. First things first, look at this watch list right here. Look at all the red. Okay. When you got all this red, you need to follow the trend. Feel me? So we got, let's go with Robinhood. All right, cool. So stock opened up, came down, right? Now here's what we did. It obviously came down way more, but this is on a 5-minute time frame, so this is like an hour, right? If not more. But it did come down. But what we did was we like to get in and get out. So the stock was over here, right? And I saw it right here. I said, hey, y'all, if it closes below this level of 55.99, we going to get in some puts. Perfect. So what happened was I saw this candle, it closed below, right? But I did not get in yet. I let one more candle go by, and then this is a gravestone doji. It closed below, but it wasn't coming down any lower, so I did not enter yet because I did not want to get faked out and it go to the upside, right? So then what happened was this candle opened up, and it was up here. And as you can see, this one was too. It was up here. But here's what ended up happening. I told the chat, I said, listen, I'll enter if the candle comes back below this level right here. And right before it closed, it came below this level. I entered in and immediately, swoop, stock came right down here and we exited. And we banked like 12, 15%. So I entered in right here on this candle and I exited right here on this candle, right? So we got entry, right there, and we got exit right here, right? Now, I want to be clear. This candle right here, if it would have closed above this level, I would have not gotten into the put. And I said, hey, we got some room to come all the way down to this level right here, 54.20. But as you can see, it took way longer, right? The stock market is going to make you work for your gains. That's why you got to know how to get in and get out, right? If you get 10, 12% every trade, 3-4 trades a day, that's going to add up to a lot of money, right? So that was the first play. That was the first play. That was a very good snipe. That was a very great entry. That was everything. The next trade, right? We go to Alibaba. Now check this out. If we go to the daily time frame, Alibaba is right here, right? It just had earnings and it had a great day at earnings, right? It gapped up. But why do I have a level charted right here? Because if you go back on the daily time frame, check this out. Check this out. Look how far we're going back. On November of 2021, there is a gap right here, right? There's a gap right here. So we're at resistance right here. So I said, if Alibaba breaks above this level, we're going to fill a gap all the way up to 156. But the gap was from November of 2021. So a gap from 5 years ago, we were looking to get it filled, right? Now, once again, this is on a daily time frame. But check this out. If we go back to today, look at Alibaba. Alibaba gapped up yesterday as well. And then before that, the other day, it gapped up from 126 to 135. So what is this telling me? This is telling me that Alibaba could be coming to fill this gap before it fills this gap up here, right? So I had them on my watch list today. And all day, all morning, I was waiting on it to break this level and to go up. Now, as you can see, it wicked above the level. It came above the level a little bit. Even on this candle, it came up, but it wicked. But this is on a 15-minute. Let's look at the 5-minute. It closed above this level, but you see how it rejected off, right? So I said, okay, we're rejecting off this level. We rejected once here, and then a couple times right here under it. And then we rejected, broke through it here, and then rejected. So I said, okay. And I start seeing a downtrend. I'm like, all right, cool. So then right here, I see that we broke through the EMAs. And then I'm looking at the 15-minute. And I'm like, all right, perfect. We were below this EMA right here, right? So I told my chat, I said, hey, if we close out solid on this candle right here, then I'm going to enter in, because I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to be a reversal and go back to the upside. It wasn't, right? So I was looking at the 5-minute and the 15, but on the 5-minute, I was looking here, and this candle rejected. And so what did I do? I had entered in. It was at 142. Yeah, I entered in on the end of this candle, right? And the reason why I entered on it at the end of this candle is because it was right by the EMA, right? I entered in right at the EMA. And I said, if I could get an entry close to the EMA, my stop loss will be at the right above the EMA. So if it does reverse, I won't lose a lot of money. But we have a lot of room here, right? We have a lot of room here. I got in right there and we wrote it down. I wrote it down to about right here, 143 like 15. And we sniped a quick 12%. Some people in the chat got 10%. Some people got 12. Some people got 14%. Got out right there because it was going real slow. Real slow. Obviously, it came back down a little bit more, but I'm not mad at a 10, 12, 14% gain. All right. So those are two plays we had in the chat today, and it was all sniper mode. It was very intentional. So you want to make sure you're getting your entry down pat. You want your entry to be down pat. And the second thing is you want your exit to be swift as well. Don't overstay your welcome. Don't let a green trade go red. That stuff is very important. So many people are saying it, but we can't let a green trade go red. Right? And you got to understand the tools, the EMAs. If your entry is far away from the EMA and it goes to retest the EMA, you're going to be down bad. So you want to get in close to the EMA if it's going in the opposite direction so that you can understand what your real stop loss is. Right? Hindsight is always 20/20. You always going to be able to look at a play and be like, man, I should have stayed in. But when you're in the play, that's when you know how good you are at this skill set, right? And so that's why I focus on continuously getting base hits, 10%, 12%, 10%, 15%, 8%, 9%, 11%. The 30%, they gonna come. But if I'm trying to be so greedy on every play, I'm gonna starve. The greedier you are, the more you're gonna end up starving, right? So that's what I got for you guys. That's how we sniped the market today. We sniped it. All of my plays today, we were in the plays, each play less than 2 minutes, scalping. We didn't have any drawdown. We got in, we were in the green, and we ended up getting out in the green 10% or more. That's how you snipe. I'm not holding on to this and that and, oh, I hope it go here, I hope it go here. No. When you're scalping, you're looking for a base hit every time, period. Because when you have uptrends and downtrends, let me tell you what the stock market does and Wall Street does. If you're in an uptrend, they'll pull it back to scare you. You get out, you panic, and then it goes back up, and then they'll keep doing that all day. The same thing that they do to the downside. So if you're trying to scalp in 1 to 2 minutes, and you see a stock going to the downside, but then it comes up, you might get scared out of your position. That's why your entry is so important. So I only enter once it closes above or below a level, or if it's at or near an EMA, right? And it's going in the opposite direction. That's when I enter, because you want to know where to set your stop loss. If you're not thinking about your stop loss before you enter, you already lost on your trade. I promise you. More than not, you're going to lose money because you don't know where your stop loss is at. So it's not just about having a stop loss. It's about making sure your entry is proper in congruence to your stop loss. So that way you can get the full benefit of the move and you could decrease your drawdown as well. All right. So that's how you snipe the market, yo. It was a big red day. Things are still taking a dump. We're going to recover, right? But at the end of the day, we got to let it bottom out, fizzle out, and see where it's at. And then we're going to be ready to go right back up to the upside. All right? So I hope that helped. I want to add real value to you. Real value to you. I want to give you things that, you probably won't find on YouTube. So if you like this video, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to trade with us on a daily, be sure to click the link in the description and join us in the Discord. We are live trading every single day, and it's like no other. I promise you that. All right? So be sure to do your research and study over this weekend. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to go live on Sunday for the watch list as well at 12 p.m. So be sure to be on the lookout for that, and I'm going to see you guys on the next video. Peace. Oh, always remember, get out of your head and get into this world because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right? I'm going to see y'all later.